Hey everyone, if you have landed on this video, you must be at least a little bit curious about what it might take to get a business as an academic life coach up and running. Some of you might have your own little business already, but you're having trouble jumpstarting it and making it as lucrative as you need to support your life. So I'm glad you're here, and I want to share with you a few patterns that I've noticed, some pillars actually, 3 pillars to be specific, of things that I've noticed really help a person get up and running faster and more efficiently, and importantly, more sustainably. And by sustainable, I mean that you are able to create a business that does not overwhelm you and that is able to keep on going with, the minimum of effort needed. It is possible, but it takes some thoughtfulness and it takes these 3 pillars. So let me share my screen and let's talk through how not just to launch your biz, but how to rock your biz. So what you see here are the 3 circles representing the 3 pillars that I have built my training program on. The first pillar is to honor your uniqueness. And I've noticed that most of the people coming to me to start their businesses are actually people who have a career behind them already. You have a long professional history and you are very good at what you do. Your professional history may not be in education, although it may, but regardless, you have experiences that are useful, and I don't want you to start over again from scratch. I'm not trying to, in my training programs, create a bunch of mini Gretchens, right? Because you all don't have my history, and that would be yucky. Anyway, you don't want to be me, you want to be you. And so that includes your professional history. That also includes your unique needs and constraints. Some people have children who need them at night, so they have to build businesses that function with coaching sessions during the day. Other people have certain financial constraints. Whatever your needs and constraints are, that is important. And when I meet you for the first time during a strategy session to build a sample business plan, we will be looking at these 2 things. We will also look at what is your creative genius, because any good sustainable business needs to be built on what you are great at and your unique way of being in the world. So that's the first pillar. The second pillar is that I really recommend you follow proven systems. You don't need to recreate the wheel. I have figured out for myself what the best systems are. I'm not saying that mine are 100% the best, but why not learn what somebody else who has a very successful business has done and then tweak those to meet your own needs. So these are systems for powerful content. With me, that's the art of inspiring students to study strategically. These are systems for rockin' service delivery, and for me, this means, how do I structure my sessions? How do I structure an entire semester worth of sessions into packages? How do I work with my habits and grades graph? I recommend that you learn what these systems are, and also the systems for marketing, for creating a steady flow of clients. Again, you don't need to recreate the wheel, and it can be more efficient to simply learn what somebody else is doing. The third pillar is that I really recommend that you learn on the job. This means learning how to work with coachable students and also coachable parents and also families who are ready to invest. One big critique that I have of life coach training programs is they teach you how to be a life coach and ask you to work with practice clients who are with you for free. But that means that they don't actually have the same kind of need and drive that students who are willing to pay, who need it so badly that they're willing to pay for it have. And so I would really like you to spend your precious time actually working with students who can and will pay. And I believe, especially because of your long professional history, you don't need to work for free. And there are a few simple things I can teach you very quickly to get you up and running fast, so that while you're being paid, you are providing a wonderful service. So these are the 3 pillars. And there's another layer here that I want you to see how the pillars connect to each other. So because we want you to honor your uniqueness, but also follow proven systems, what I'm constantly doing in my training programs is helping you tweak the proven systems, but to help them work for you. So it's a balance between doing what works with doing what works for you specifically. Speaking of which, I want you to work with the perfect clients for you. We don't want you just taking any client who comes to you because they're available and willing to pay. We want you to start recognizing which kinds of clients do you work best with and only taking those clients so that you're building a business based on your own creative genius and what feels wonderful to you. Finally, down here, I provide a set of instructions for you, step-by-step instructions to build your business. And I've gotten feedback from the people working through my training that they love it, that the instructions are right there when they need it as they are learning on the job. And it makes it much easier to know that they're being paid and that they've got, like, being paid by the client, and that they've got exactly what they need to be able to support the client when they need it because of the clarity of the instructions and the systems that I have created. So here's the full picture. These are the pillars and the values on which I have built my training programs for adults. There's one more piece in this video that I want to share, though, and that is I have a list of what I call 7 do's and 1 don't for building a sustainable business. And you will probably hear some common themes now in these 7 do's and 1 don't. Oh, yes, and all of these help you rock your biz. There's our picture of the person rocking their biz. I forgot I'd put that picture in here. So here you go. The first one is do you, the wisdom of being yourself. That's part of honoring your uniqueness, right? The next one is do it like I said, the wisdom of following the simple instructions. And that's related to the pillar of follow proven systems. Next, I recommend that you do it small, the wisdom of incrementality. Some people I've seen run aground because they're trying to do too much too quickly. And so I've really built my training programs around the little incremental steps that are going to get you where you want to go if you do it step by little step. Do it imperfectly too. A lot of people I see want to get the perfect website before they ever work with a client, for example. So the wisdom of imperfect action, I find that so many of the adults who come through my training programs really are perfectionists. I am too, a recovering perfectionist. And so there's great wisdom in learning how to let the little imperfections be. And I support you through that in our mentoring calls. The next one is do it again and again, the wisdom of consistent iteration. So get something started and then do it again and again, get a client and then get another client. Go talk to a referral partner and then go talk to another referral partner. And each time you're getting mentoring from me and the cohort and you're doing it again and again. And that consistent iteration of imperfect action is what will actually build your business better than if you try and do one big thing and do it perfectly. Here's the don't do it for free. That's related to learning on the job, right? The wisdom of getting paid for your life and experience and for your time. Do it playfully, the wisdom of having fun. That's why we call it anti-boring, right? And so I've learned definitely in my own business building that whenever I'm stressed out, if I can remind myself to play, it all goes so much better. And so I invite you to start your business with a sense of playfulness as well. And finally, our last one here, do it in public. The wisdom of taking up space. A lot of people are so scared to start their businesses. They do everything behind the scenes first. That's where the business cards and the website and the this and the that and the payment systems and getting all that set up. And they don't actually tell people, this is what I'm doing. And so I guide you step by step for how to actually let yourself take up space in public in order to get your business going. And now in front of you, you have absolutely the complete model for how to rock your biz. And if you choose to work through my training program, about the ground of support you're going to have that enables you to totally be you, but gives you the safety of some proven systems that I train you in very efficiently and gives you an opportunity to get paid now so that you actually can pay off your investment in my training program, first of all, and then secondly, start supporting yourself well. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to email me at gretchen@gretchenwegner.com. If you haven't already signed up for my Should I Grow My Biz free course, I strongly recommend that you sign up for that. And a couple times a year, I have an open house where I introduce you to the entire beauty of all of the pieces of my training program and help you figure out which pieces are right for you. So check out the calendar to see when the next open house is going to be. And I hope I get to meet you soon. Take care.